All right. So, I believe I have this set up right. Because right now, so here's the deal. I have done everything in my power to try to get Knights of the Temple Infernal Crusade to be properly lit so I can play the game. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. The game, I looked it up, and the game designers intentionally made the game dark. Like, so dark you can barely see. And I was like, crap, I cannot play this game. So I watched a playthrough of it, and I've decided what I'm going to do is I found Knights of the Temple 2, and I'm going to stream Knights of the Temple 2, but I found I'm going to go through all of the cutscenes of the first game so that any of my viewers understand the story. Oh, and shout out to Route 95 because this is I'm using his YouTube video, or so his channel. Apparently, he got this down right. Okay, so this is the storyline of Knights of the Temple Infernal Crusade.
Destiny. My father was a man of faith and a heroic crusader who fought valiantly for the cause of good. The stories of his honor and triumph seemed infinite, and in truth, I never grew tired of hearing them. When news of his death during a crusade in the Holy Land reached us, I decided to emulate him to the best of my ability. I dedicated myself to become a Knight of the Temple, as father had wanted. I diligently studied the arts of fighting and the word of God, and I was finally accepted within the Templar Knights. It was the first step on a journey that would change my life, and the world as we all knew it.
Okay. Interesting. All the cutscenes together is like only 20 minutes, so this won't be a long stream. I just also need to make sure that my stream works exactly right. Let me see something. Okay, it looks good. Ah yes, Paul de Rock. I'm also just gonna make sure. Yeah, it's screaming Knights of the Temple. Okay.
Eric! Eric, what happened?
He got the
Who
plague.
did this to you?
Paul, I can't move. I have a message. The man of God, the devil.
What are you talking about?
Take the letter. I can't move. Adele.
R.I.P.
Dearest Paul, I write to you in great despair. I must call upon your aid as a beloved friend of my daughter. Adele is missing. As you know, she's been blessed by God with special powers which enable her to perform miracles in his name.
That's not all.
But something is terribly amiss, and I believe as a Knight of the Temple you can help. Father George, always a trusted friend to us, did not seem himself when he brought the Lord Bishop and several guards to escort Adele to the monastery to study with the priests. She usually returns within 3 days, but it has now been 2 weeks. I've not heard from her, and the priests and monks refuse to speak to me when I question them about it. Please, I beseech you, you must help me find my daughter and bring her home. Humbly yours, Charlotte.
Man of God. The devil? Elmont. was stunned. Adele? Taken away by the Lord Bishop? Why would anyone do such a thing?
I can
Eric's mysterious death puzzled me, and the notion that the good Lord Bishop had abducted Adele sent a chill down my spine. Images of my dear departed friend and the fond memories of the lovely Adele flashed through my mind as I set out for the monastery of Belmont, where the bishop was said to reside. Perhaps there I'd find some answers.
I understand you have some inquiries about our way of life here at Belmont.
Not really. I have important issues I must speak to the Lord Bishop about.
Be quiet. How can you say this? Desecrate the legacy of our founding father? Do you not know that he is deceased?
Dead? How can that be?
He is in a sarcophagus in the catacombs, sleeping there these 6 years past.
6 years? I can't believe.
Exactly. Myself, I haven't dared to go down there for weeks. It is a disturbing place. It had always been. But lately it's becoming worse. Things are not right here at Belmont. George, the priest, has disappeared, and my brothers are acting strange. Be careful down there. Very careful.
How did this guy get it so well lit here? Because I can actually see what's happening.
What's going on in there? Open the door!
Oh yeah, they killed him. Oh yeah, we've seen this part already.
So you didn't find him, eh?
Oh wait, this is the
What are you
part
talking about?
we
The
haven't seen.
man of God. The devil! The devil! Oh, Adele! I tried to teach you the right ways, poor child. Soon you'll be where it all began. The final crusade. Closing the circle! He's not dead! He's not dead! Lord Bishop! Oh, Lord, forgive me!
Wait, for those of you that don't know, yeah, that guy was the priest that usually shows up to take Adele, and he lost his mind. Now he gets eaten by a demon.
The harbor. The poor villager was scared to death, and it seems rightfully so. Where will my quest take me? And what perils?
Paul. Paul.
I'm just gonna pause it right here to let you all know he was trying to get to a ship that had Lady Adele on it and was going to Jerusalem, and he gets there too late. But he was fighting the demon-possessed or monks all the way through, and some demon-possessed knights, and he gets to the ship too late. But you'll see what happens next.
Don't be afraid, Paul.
Adele?
The Lord Bishop has abducted me. He uses the powers God has given me to commit vile acts.
Vile
He
acts?
travels to holy places and desecrates them with unspeakable rituals. Each one seems to drain me more than the last. As his followers grow in number, his teachings spread like a disease, infecting creatures and men from all faiths and circumstance. He is making his way to where faith began.
The Holy Land?
Yes, only you can stop him, Paul. Sail to the Holy Lands and find him. There are many who will oppose you, I fear, but you must prevail. Hurry, Paul. Do not allow him to continue with these monstrosities or further his sinister plan. I will aid you as much as I can by sacrificing some of my own power for you. I will teach you a prayer that will allow you to use it. Close your eyes. Veni Spiritus Sanctus, sana vulnera mea, et bea cum meum cum audacia. Amen. I must leave you now.
Adele, what?
Use the prayer wisely. I will be with you.
Oh, and that prayer allows Paul Dirac to heal himself in the middle of a fight.
what perils will await me.
So that was a very important prayer she gives you in the game.
The confusion grew as I pondered recent events. How can the Lord Bishop be dead when he was recently seen taking Adele to the Holy Land? And what foul curse had struck the poor monks at Belmont? My task was clearly set before me. I must follow Adele to the Holy Land and end this madness.
Oh, and just so you know, you fought your way through some Arabs, and you enter the Arab temple looking for the Arab leader, and that's where this setting comes in.
You
So
look upon this scene and are repulsed by what you think is profane and evil. But soon you will understand. You will come to know the beauty and the glory of what you now behold.
Is there a higher
You know.
resolution of this? Because I still...
You are a lot like
Yeah.
us, Paul.
Not
You
much improved.
fight with all your passion for a cause. We Saracens are much the same, though our cause differed from yours. We have had never-ending wars with the European forces, but now the Lord Bishop has united us all. The cause must be the right one. Are you fighting for the right cause, Paul? Join us, and your heart will be fulfilled. We share a true belief that unites all men, all religions. We have your kind, knights of the temple among us, fighting side by side with simple peasants. It is the one way to true power, worth every sacrifice,
Pope is
every
manipulating.
single spilt life. Come with us to the holy city of Jerusalem. Soon, the circle will be completed with the last sacrifice. You cannot imagine the power with which we will rule the world. You cannot resist, Paul. This is your destiny. Just as the destiny of that beautiful girl Adele is to help us close the circle. Very well. Then you die.
Oh, and for those of you that don't know, Paul Dirac, when you fight from this point on, you are fighting both European knights and Arab Muslims that have joined forces with this Pope, who is somehow able to unite damn near everybody. So, yeah. That's where this comes in.
Oh, so this is where they took them all. I've come too late.
And this is everyone who did
Lord.
not join the Pope.
What is the meaning of all this? Good man, let me help you.
You have to understand, when this game came out, this was top-notch. This was top-notch in every way.
Paul,
Oh god, I feel so old.
Adele,
these are all people who refused to join the Lord Bishop. They tried to resist him. Good people. Lost.
Sorry,
This
Lord
is what will
Bishop.
become of the world if he is not stopped. Paul, my strength is beginning to fail. The Lord Bishop and his hordes are advancing to the Holy City. The righteous struggle with all their might to thwart his plans, but they do not understand that no worldly power can defeat him. You must go to Jerusalem, Paul. I will teach you another prayer. Pater omnipotens,
Oh, so
sine potestatem tuum succum dare
Alright,
corpus
sorry,
meum,
the bishop, the Lord
et
Bishop,
defendare me ad militibus
is going
satanae.
around to these places
Amen.
of significance to open a
I
gate
must
to
rest
hell.
now.
If he completes
You
a,
are in my
a
prayers.
certain ritual, he opens a gate to hell, and all the creatures in hell come out and they start, you know, trying to take over the world. And you fight your way back into Europe. And no, I think you're still in. You're in the underground of Jerusalem.
Nature has fallen victim to his evil, and I can do little to save it.
Yeah.
Adele?
Look, such sweet, harmless innocence.
Adele?
You must hurry to Petra. If the rite he intends to perform there is not stopped, there will be nothing left to impede the final ritual. You must not let this happen. You cannot know the horrors that await the world if he is able to complete the unholy circle. Paul, I can guide you with my strength, but you have to remember the words of this prayer. Pater Misericors, Deus Eternus.
I question.
Sine manum tuam cadere graviter in discipulos diaboli. Amen.
He's like, yes, pray over me more. Don't stop. But the Pope is using her miraculous powers that she's been blessed by God to go to these like little underground places that if he unlocks all of them, they create a gateway to hell.
Oh.
That's the plot.
Water.
Oh yeah, he's still in Jerusalem. And he ain't got no water.
No.
Come, Paul. Drink. I can see that you are weary and worn. I wish I could give you more comfort than this. We don't have much time. The gate has been opened. The bishop will begin the last ritual soon. It is a sacrifice which will bring about the end of everything good and holy. Paul, he intends to sacrifice me. The nightmare that now lies before you is beyond the most horrible of your imaginings. You must be prepared. This living water contains most of my remaining power, which I now give to you. Please, use it well. This prayer will invoke the power. Itaque fabricator noster mitem tonitrum et fulgor insectatores satanae.
I guess, you know,
Amen.
getting showered by water. This is semi-passes for romance here, I guess. Oh, and Paul Dirac can't catch a break. He's one of the most, like, this was his break. This is the only real good break he gets in the game. But after this, he can't catch a break. Because he goes to this area where you fight inside of hell.
The dimension of what I just experienced eluded my senses, hovering on the fragile boundary between nightmares and utter madness. As I wiped the cursed blood from my sword, weary and torn, I saw with surreal clarity what must be done and was surprised to feel no hesitation. I was awed by the strength of Adele's will, which kept the forces of hell at bay. The bishop's horrendous plan must be stopped, and Adele's life must be spared, not only for her sake, but for the sake of all mankind. With strength and resolve, I set my steps back towards the monastery to put an end to this unholy dread.
So he goes in the gates of hell, he's way in, and then he goes out some other area, and he goes back to the monastery where it all started.
30 years ago, I knew that I would be waiting for you, Adele. I needed those powers of yours to forge the bridge so we could begin. And this will be the beginning. My monastery, our first stronghold, from which we will conquer all. Tonight, at last, we close the circle. With the last ritual, we, my Adele, will loose the bonds of hell and direct its consuming power to devour the world.
Yep.
Tonight we finish our glorious crusade.
I'm telling you, Pope got a thing
by
for it,
completing the ring. A ring that unites my monastery with hell, and will now be consummated by unleashing the plague of evil upon the world. With the sacrifice of this holiest of maidens, the final resistance will be defeated. She is the key, the vessel, the pure and untouched lamb.
Oh, so he hadn't been doing things.
Adele, my beautiful Adele. So often have I conjured images of you that filled me with the most... Bishop!
Wow.
Ah, useless horde! Do I have to do everything myself? What are you waiting for? Kill him! Finish him!
Paul DeRock he showed up not in the mood for all that. Oh, by the way, okay, so to fill you in on what happens between that scene, you go all the way up to this temple that is in this because the church has been pulled into the gate of hell. So you fight through all these hellish creatures, you go up to the temple and you fight the bishop, and there's a fissure opens in the ground and hellfire comes out, and Paul DeRock wins by punching the the Lord Bishop and sending him into the fissure where he burns in hellfire. And then this happens.
Thank you.
Yeah, that Lord Bishop was getting a little freaky deaky there. Yeah. This looks like a happy ending, doesn't it? I'm gonna let you guys keep thinking that.
I'm so happy to have you back, Adele. Thank you so much for your bravery and courage. You've saved my daughter, Paul. Thank you. All will be well now. It is the Lord's will.
Yes, Mother. I am certain that the Lord's will be done.
Yeah. Anyway, that is exactly what happened in the first game. And that's why, for one thing, I could not...
So at the height of human empire...
Stop. Okay. Yeah, I tried to play the game, and it was too dark. And the designers made it that way intentionally, which I think was a dumb decision. So I'm just going to fill you all in on the story and then switch to the sequel, which actually was a very damn good game. Wait. Cold Solar, signing out of this stream. Be back soon.